Hi, Kristen. I would like to know, what do you think about the big success, especially on the girls' side? Like, I met so many girls today, and they spoke about dreaming of love, and they just love the movie. Why especially girls love it?
I think the girls are just sort of more inclined to have romantic ideas, but unless the counterpart is equally invested, unless you have the only. I'm not sure why. I think probably just because girls are more... Do you know why?
I have a theory, which is that they haven't been addressed properly by the popular culture for a long time. And there have been a lot of movies about things blowing up and people punching each other in the face, and not as many movies which are addressed specifically to a female audience that deal with emotions. And I don't think that rules out men caring about these movies. Just we have to put on more of a brave public face or something like that. I'm supposed to be embarrassed about it, but it's just silly, really. That's my...
Yeah, it's a pretty simple story. I mean, anytime you get a love story right, they're usually the most popular because that's what people live for. I mean, that's like why we're here.
Right after you finished filming in Italy, I talked to Ashley and Daniel and Charlie, and they said that everything was completely mental because of the large amount of fans. How was your experience there? I mean, you were filming like the dramatic thing where you save Edward, so how did you, Robert, Kristen, and Chris feel about all this? How was it, like, the experience with the fans and everything?
In Italy?
Yeah.
It was initially really bizarre to have most of the extras being fans, but we had a really different experience. Usually, you move in for close-ups, and the extras go back to extras holding, and they're like, they don't care. They're just like standing there and making their $100 for the day or whatever, and they all assembled on this staircase or whatever. And quietly and really politely sat and watched the scene. And after every single time we cut, there would be like an eruption of applause, and it would completely, because usually when you say cut, it takes a couple of seconds to sort of go like, whoa, that was weird. You have to like shake it off and like think about how you're going to do the next one better. But in this case, it was like instantly you're taken completely out of the moment. It was like doing theater. It was like instant. It's not gratification. It's just instant, like, undeniable human energy. Like, I think it made things better. I mean, it like really added a sense of, I don't know. It was seriously kinetic.
It was visceral.
Yeah.
I felt the same, that it was like doing theater for a while. You just it never happens when you're shooting a film that not just the extras, but also thousands of people who had traveled to Montepulciano from around Europe were there, but were quiet as church mice because they wanted the film to come out and they wanted it to be good. Then came the applause, I mean that's an extraordinary feeling. The only problem then was moving cameras from one place to another through a lot of young people, and so you've got big hulking security men, but they can't just push people aside. They have to be respectful because it's also the fans, and that's why you're there in the first place. I think it was realizing that I couldn't go to the bathroom that really did it for me, though, because there was no cafe in the entire town which wasn't filled with Twilight fans. And it's not so much that I was a very big deal as that they wanted me to see if I could arrange a meeting with one of the stars. And it was also a tremendously logistically complicated sequence, the most complicated sequence I've ever shot. However, on balance, to shoot in Italy, to go home and see the hills of Tuscany outside your window, and to be there in front of your fans directly instead of at this remove of time and distance, as it is with a film normally, was extraordinary.
Robert, how did you feel? Third one.
Yeah, I think the moment where Edward is stepping out into the sunlight, which I was terrified about doing, I think ended up I guess because of the atmosphere in the square we were shooting, I think I felt most like the character there, because you could really feel the people who are going to watch the movies, like just intense emotional connection to what's going on. And it was at that moment, and also when in the breakup scene, I kind of had this moment of being conscious of what people are going to feel when they're going to see it. And I don't know, it was kind of a special experience. It was this year has been just a complete blur, and just the moment of stepping down those steps in Italy was kind of one of the standout points in my life, I think. So, yeah. I think that's my point.
Cool.
Thanks. Okay, this is going to be the last question. Ben?
Yes, I'm happy. We're on. Sorry, I'm so happy because we are from a little kid channel, and this is our first press conference, so we all are a bit nervous, also the camera guy. Cool. So, we're on. Yes, the children had the chance to get some mails to us with questions, and on place number 1 is, I'm sorry, I have the last question, so it's very personal. What's your favorite food? Okay, and B, are you a vegetarian? Because you're so pale in the movie Robert Pattinson. That's it. Favorite food, very important.
Ooh, what is my favorite? Schnitzel.
Son of a bitch. You stole my Well, in fact, I had an entire platter for lunch of various Munich specialties, including ham hock and meatloaf, and there was schnitzel too. But there's more than just that. But no, I'll be honest. My favorite food, since a child is asking, would be pizza from Joe's on Bleecker and 6th in New York City.
Kristen and Taylor, favorite food?
Schnitzel is good. It's really good. I know Taylor definitely is going to say steak.
You got it.
Meat. I don't know. I really like. I don't know. Be honest. Okay, like if I was, I really kind of love hot Cheetos, like spicy Cheetos, not the orange ones, the red ones. They're really actually disgusting. But
I hate those.
Yeah, but they're good. They literally burn you alive. Mm-hmm. I like spicy food.
Taylor, just a steak? Oh, Chris, go ahead. Sorry.
It's just funny. You were about to receive a crate of Cheetos until you said they were disgusting. Someone at the Cheetos company was about to send you a lifetime supply, and then you said that they were actually disgusting.
I don't want to offend anybody. They're just sort of, they're not so good for you.
Kristen kind of guessed my answer. Yeah, I'm pretty simple. I like steak. I like burgers. There was some really good mushroom soup at my hotel today, though. Oh. It was really good. But yeah.
What kind of mushroom?
I did cheat a little bit.
Taylor loves grapes, and he's really good at catching them too.
It's fantastic.
like a doggy, yeah.
Okay, I would say, Taylor, Chris, Kristen, and Robert, enjoy your dinner tonight with whatever you're going to have. Thank you so much for being here. Vielen Dank für Ihre Geduld. Vielen Dank für Ihre Fragen. Wunderschönen Abend. All the very best. Good luck with Twilight New Moon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.